Welcome back to the Exeter Sports Roundup. I'm Adam Cooke on the behalf of the Talon, and I'll be recapping all the sports action at Exeter from October 28th through November 2nd. We'll be taking a look at the football district blowout, the cross country state championship race, the water polo play-in tournament, all-star selections, and more. Jillian Warner will be on the show to talk about her extra special honor for her incredible volleyball season within Berks. As always, timestamps are listed on the screen and in the description, so feel free to skip to any segment. Without any further ado, let's get into it. The District 3 5A playoffs started for football on Friday, and what a game it was for Exeter. After a tough exit in the 8-9 seed game on the road last year, they entered on the opposite side this season. They hosted 9 seed Southwestern, who had a 7-3 record. Exeter blew it out in front of the home crowd, winning 56-3. Exeter scored 35 points in the first half, which was headlined by 3 touchdowns from Jayden Zandier. The senior reached the 3,000-yard barrier for his career and broke a 20-year school record for rushing yards. Jayden Warner and Carter Redding had back-to-back pick sixes, and Genuine Stutzman had 2 touchdowns of his own. They earn a trip to the District 3 quarterfinal and travel to a strong and undefeated New Oxford team who enters the playoff off of a bye as the 1 seed. Best of luck to the Eagles on the road, and another big congrats to Jayden Zandier for breaking the school record. Both the girls volleyball and girls soccer all-star rosters were released this past week. For the county champion volleyball team, sophomore Jillian Warner was named County Player of the Year for her huge season. She'll be joining the show shortly to talk about the award and her contributions. Also on the all-county team was Taylor Mack, another sophomore who has come up big for the Eagles. Sammy Bear, Audrey Gerlich, Ridley Moyer, and Lily Acker earned honors for the first time in their careers. Bear and Gerlich earned all division, while Moyer and Acker were honorable mentions. The girls soccer team had double-digit players who earned honors in the county. Kenzie Menser was named All-State and made the All-County roster, along with 2 fellow juniors, defenders Molly Gearing and Holly Skipper. Taylor Brownback, Chase Flood, Maddie McCullough, Cadence Putt, and Aubrey Ridge were named All-Division, while Lainey Bessemer and Murray Dolan were honorable mentions. Congrats to all the athletes who made the rosters. Currently, the BCIAA has yet to put out all-stars for cross country, field hockey, football, and golf. Now, let's head over to Warner, the 3-sport phenomenon in the class of 2027. All right, welcome to the show, Jillian. I'm happy to have you. How you doing today?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. So, earning Player of the Year and a county title in the same year, how does it feel to soak that all in?
It is definitely a great accomplishment, both in one season. I mean, it feels great. It's a very, very, it was a great season. The county championship was a big, like, team accomplishment, and I think it was incredible. And then player of the year on top of that just was a very nice reward to receive.
Yeah. And there's a ton of talent all over Berks and even on Exeter's team. So, what do you think made you stand out to be selected for this award?
I mean, the whole Berks division is filled with amazing and great players, and I mean, just competing with them for this award and for the county title, like, it's all, like, very as much as volleyball is a team sport, it's very an individual sport, and I think one thing that kind of sets me apart a little bit is I always try to, like, keep a great demeanor on the court, like, never try to get down or angry at anyone, just always have a positive attitude towards refs, towards coaches, towards my teammates, just, like, a good mindset, a good attitude, and never, like, being aggressive or anything anyway, and I always one of my favorite things is getting to know the refs and other coaches that you're playing just as well as the other players, knowing that we're all in the same district or county and all the girls that are just as amazing from other schools, like, getting a good bond even though you're competing for a title or just an award. I mean, it's just great to still be friendly and keep that aspect with it.
Yeah, so to be that much of a leader and to have that talent, well, as an underclassman, as a sophomore, to get to this point, how cool is that to you?
I think it is great. My coach informed me that I'm one of 3, sophomores to receive it for Exeter, and it's just great being underclassmen and still having 2 more years to, like, work for it and just keep going and improving as years go on, and receiving this reward as a sophomore is very encouraging.
Mm. And you and Taylor Mack will be like such a good duo next in the coming years. And also with Audrey Gerlich at the net, Lily Acker providing the assists. So how scary do you think this team will be come next fall?
I think we will be a very, very scary competitor, especially with all these girls grinding on the off season and playing club and getting better. I think we're going to be a great team next year as well, and just improving and working together. I think we're going to be a great contender next year.
Exeter's always kind of been one of like the leading teams in like historically in Berks. So what is it like to live up to that standard of quality?
I mean, it's great. In the gym, we always see, like, how Exeter's won 4 county titles in a row, and our coaches will always tell stories about years in the past and how great their state's runs have been and how just good, postseason teams, and being a part of both my years, my freshman and sophomore year, having 2 great postseason runs and just living up to that potential that Exeter's talked about in the girls' volleyball, just keeping that, going. I think it's really great. It's a great program to be a part of, and having that reputation that Exeter is one of the best in Berks County for volleyball.
And you're still playing 3 sports, right?
Correct. For right now, I mean, basketball is looking a little bit iffy because it's very hard to maintain basketball with club volleyball because they both run through the winter. And club volleyball is very heavily practiced, especially because my club's almost an hour away, so it's very hard to maintain that. But I'm definitely looking forward to playing softball in the spring, which I do enjoyed. So yeah,
Yeah, and your main focus was actually baseball for a long time, right?
is that's correct.
Yeah, so when would you say the focus shifted to volleyball to keep improving and, putting so much time into it?
Um, in the volleyball aspect, I actually started very late. I started my 7th grade year, which some girls have been playing since they've been very young, but I was always baseball heavy when I was growing up, travel, just playing all year round, like, I loved it. And somewhere in between 7th grade and 8th grade, I kind of fell in love with volleyball, and I knew that, like, down the road, like, this is what I wanna do, like, this is what I wanna prioritize, like, I wanna go to college for volleyball and just gain and just be all volleyball. So I played baseball up until my 8th grade year with travel and school, and then I made the switch kind of to, like, prioritize volleyball. But I still do love baseball, and I still do find myself going to definitely watch a lot of games and be around as much as I can. But no, volleyball is definitely my focus right now.
Awesome. Well, congrats on the award. It's awesome to see what you've accomplished here at Exeter in just such a short time. So, best of luck in the next few seasons. I know obviously we'll be doing interviews. I appreciate you coming on and hope you have a good one.
No, thank you for having me, Adam, it was awesome.
Thank you. Another huge thanks to Jillian for coming on, and another huge congrats for achieving such a remarkable honor. Now, we're going to transition to take a look at one of the best, if not the best, cross country runner at Exeter. The PIAA held the championship races at Hershey on Saturday. Chase Choudhry competed in the 3A state race and finished in 61st place to cap off his junior season. He ran the course in 17 minutes flat. Congrats to Chase, who will be right back at it in the track season and for his senior season in cross country next year. Both water polo teams entered the state play-in tournament at North Penn with hopes of continuing their seasons. The boys rematched Reading, who they narrowly beat just a few weeks back. After a tied first half, the Red Knights pulled through 7-6, and Exeter was eliminated from the playoff. Evan Carl scored 3 goals, Alex Popa had 2, and Josh Griffith tallied the other. They finished their season 17-8. The girls also lost their opening round match of the play-in tournament, facing North Allegheny from out west. The Tigers ultimately won 9-5, ending their season. Currently, I don't have the stats from that game, but this has been the best season to date for the girls team, who finished with a record of 15-9, the highest win total in school history. That will conclude today's episode. Keep your eyes peeled weekly for the Sports Roundup on Spotify and YouTube at midnight every Monday. This episode will be published on the Talon later in the week. Next week, look out for more County All-Stars and a recap of the football game. Thanks for joining me today. This is Adam Cooke signing out. I'll see you next time.